Hey everyone, this is the bottom of a 13-year-old washing machine from Whirlpool. It was from a four-member household, and these are the following problems that we'll be looking at today. Not spinning, not draining, or your clothes are coming out wet. Now, these machines are not built the way that the old Whirlpools and Maytags were built, so we got to give them a little slack, but not too much. You see this tub right here has way too much slug, and whenever you're running this cycle even with nothing inside, this machine is actually just gonna bang around the side. Now if you're having that issue, call somebody so they can have a look at that for you. Today we'll be talking about the WTW5000DW2 washing machine. It's a 4.5 cubic foot capacity, 27 inches wide, 28 inches deep, and 45 inches tall. Now the control panel is one of the more common issues that we do get on this. It contains four knobs for regular selections and one main knob connected to the main control board that controls your cycles and controls all the operation in the machine. The water inlet valve is responsible for the hot and cold water coming into the machine. Another important component is the door lock here. This lid lock ensures that the door does not open during the cycle and starts the cycles for you. The drain pump is very critical. When you have water in the machine and you need it to get out, the drain pump does all of that heavy lifting. When it goes out, you're stuck having to scoop that water out. Now, another part that we do see quite often in the field, but we generally do end up doing repairs because it's cheap, is the suspension rods. Now what's happening with the suspension rods is they are worn out, and so they start to bang around when the machine is spinning with any heavy loads in it. And so usually we don't recommend repairs for anything over 10 years old, and in most cases it's not over 10 years when we're replacing those. Now something to really be careful about is overloading these machines. What breaks those suspension rods is overloading it. If you got a big family and you gotta do quick loads, try to reduce the size. That's how you keep this machine longer. Now, what ends up happening in the gear case is it leaks oil, and that oil leaks onto the belt, which in turn makes it difficult for the machine to pull the tub around. Five major parts that usually are too expensive to fix on this Whirlpool or OS variation. For most customers, it's a deal breaker, starting out with the washer drive motor. This will set you back $175. It is usually the heart of the machine. If it's not working, nothing moves. There's no movement for agitation, no movement for spinning, nothing at all. You can drain the water out of the machine, and that is about it. It's a very rare case that we do see this go out, but when we do, the labor plus the part is usually enough for the customers to decide to get another machine. Another part that we are always seeing, actually more common than the first, is the gear case. We'll set you back 190 on that part itself. Usually if it is leaking or if it's loud during your spin or agitation, or you just have a slow spin, it is all happening due to that gear case, and that labor is usually very extensive at 3 hours, making the repair pretty much undoable for most people. The third part is the washer electronic control board. Now, symptoms would be if it has no power at all. When you press start, you don't see any light, or you press start and nothing is happening there, but you see the lights. All could be the control board. Now, usually it's also a deal breaker at $200 for that piece plus the labor. most people just get another one. The washer basket is a more rare occasion here, but the only reason that we would be replacing something like this is if it has a tear or a hole in it and it's leaking water everywhere. It's usually a special order part that takes a very long time to get, and well, you'd have to spend a lot more money than just getting another one. And the last part here is the cabinet and the rear panels. These will set you back $400 in parts before the labor and taxes. So it's usually a better idea to get another machine at this point. The only reason you would replace them is if they're torn or bent, which is extremely rare. So if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you around for some more repair videos and more appliance videos next time.